My grandmother called it making do. In small units in the military, it's adapt, overcome, improvise. It's more than situational awareness. It's creativity applied to problem solving based on life experiences. And how do you get that? How do you get that wisdom? Well, you need to make a lot of mistakes. You need to hit the wall. Up until this point, we would say never practice your skills the moment you need them. You should be practicing them well before you need them so that you're unconsciously competent. And we all fall short. I mean, pandemic, who would have thunk it? So what do you do with that? When you're assessing your landscape for assets and liabilities, you immediately start looking at how those assets can address those liabilities. Start with your internal landscape. Everything from personality to your strength of memory to your tendencies that could get you in trouble, leaving the keys in the ignition or the door unlocked on your way out, or not checking in with people before you go to the store so they can expect you at a certain time and know where you are and the route you're taking. Now, this might sound paranoid, but if it's an internalized behavior just based on being solid, making agreements, and having more choices and options based on your increased awareness, it's a craft. And it's not steeped in fear or intimidation. Sadly, because of a number of things, we've become reactionary and we've lost our sovereignty to the point where we're not making conscious decisions to increase our awareness toward better options and choices. Being proactive in our efforts. Folks, nature doesn't play by dominant culture's rules. The red squirrel is not PC. The hawk doesn't hold back what its intentions are. And money might get you a fire. I don't know, it's cloth, it's got weird things in it. Calories are the currency in nature. It's about being efficient and effective, streamlining your behaviors. So as you assess your landscape, what do you have to work with toward increasing your situation's everything? Comfort, perception, clarity, quickness, food for the family. It's the catalyst for change. We could stand to use some examples from the natural world with regards to efficiency. And keep that calorie formula in mind. Don't get hung up on all the food part of it. It's the behaviors. We know full well we can't truly multitask, but if you start sequencing events in your normal day-to-day travels, then you'll automatically pick up the materials for the kitchen going up the stairs without thinking about it, only to have to go back down the stairs to get what you just passed. Become sharp with it. This piece of cedar would have made a great paddle, but somebody turned it into a shingle. And the shingles were subpar, so they put them on a discount rack. And then there was a bunch on the bottom of the discount rack, all just laying pieces, and I gathered them all up to about the size of the normal bundle, and they let me walk out with them. I was willing to pay. Well, I could get hung up on, boy, did I want to make a paddle, too bad they ruined it. Or I could key in on the fact that cedar, in this form, is perfect tinder and kindling. It puts off a brilliant light and burns super hot, igniting some of the most stubborn woods. And then as it disappears, you're left with logs that are fully engulfed in flames. They're magic. That's the strength of cedar. One of the many. Now look at yourself that way. How can I best be applied? Look at your landscape that way, human or otherwise. How can we start creating these mutually beneficial relationships that increase bounty with efficiency and effectiveness? Stay sharp, folks. See you on the other side.